Welcome back to my little channel. Today I'm going to do a fast political one. Today I'm going to talk about the end and probably the re-emergence of Fort Europa. What is Fort Europa? Okay, first off, Fort Europa is the European Union. We were once known, and that's not even that long ago, as Fort Europa because it was very difficult to move into. You could come and visit, sure, but you couldn't stay, and if we didn't believe that you were actually coming to visit, you couldn't enter. I remember the title Fort Europa because there was a comedian in the Netherlands that did a whole show about why Europe is Fort Europa. I'll not link you it, you'll have to look it up yourself if you want to. It's Dutch, so most English-speaking people probably wouldn't want to. Here's the thing though. Germany basically opened the doors, the floodgate if you will, to Fort Europa by saying, oh no, there's problems in the world, there's problems in the Middle East, there's problems in Africa. Come to Germany, we will take you in. Most Germans didn't want that. Or at least most Germans don't want that now. Most Italians didn't want that. The people in Greece didn't want that. France wasn't looking favorably towards it. Most European countries had an issue. Now only a few European countries actually spoke out their issue. Countries like Poland and Hungary. But more countries are speaking up. This is funny in a negative way, so to speak. Brexit was partly to blame because of immigration. We all know this. It's basically common knowledge, but people like to pretend it's not. Italy, currently having what they like to call a populistic government, because, well, they won. They gave them a populistic government because most people in Italy don't want the open border policy of the European Union. The people in France have a problem with it, but they seem to be stuck with it. But now even Belgium basically tells the European Union, stop importing migrants. Whether the European Union will listen to it or not, I do not know. I hope they will, don't get me wrong. But yeah, this is a huge problem and it's being brought in Europe because of the European Union. The European Union that started as a union for countries to work together and better the rest of Europe together has become a communistic state. The political elite in Brussels and Stratford, which is running the EU, basically answer to no one. They don't answer to local politicians. And when I say local politicians, I don't mean the ones in your city. I mean your country. But they don't adhere to that. They don't have to. They don't respond to the very parties that put them there, because they don't have to. The European Union is only democratic in name. Kind of like the Democratic Republic of North Korea, though there it is a little bit clearer how corrupt the regime has become. Yeah, I know, my pronunciation is a little bit spastic, so to speak. I'm apologizing for that too. The thing is though, now that even Belgium has claimed that they want the borders to be closed, I wonder how fast it will happen, if at all. Remember that the Italian government basically already got a reprimand from the European Union for claiming that they will keep their borders closed. So as a response, they merely said, okay, well, boats can go to the next safest port. our ports aren't safe anymore. They're not to come here. Let them go to Malta. Malta obviously hasn't really responded yet. And they once said, oh no, they're not coming to Rome. Bring them to Tunis. And Italy worked together with the powers in Libya to make Libya stop the migrant flow. So guess where the migrant flow is now coming from? It's not from Libya. Surprise, surprise. Tunis has opened its ports to export people. The thing is, we have to keep an open mind. I mean, there are real refugees, and it would be best if we helped real refugees. Personally, I really believe that the best way to help them is in their own country, because there we can build stuff. If we bring them here, we can only destroy stuff. Well, that's rubbish. I mean, there's plenty in the Western world to go around. Yeah, you know, the thing is, that's not really true. And that's the scary part of it. We've got people coming to Europe to live off our welfare state, even though our welfare states are already buckling under the fact that there are lots of people living off the welfare state. If anything, we would say, okay, you know what, you can come to Europe, but you have to pay for your own stay. Funny enough, this is what Denmark did at the beginning of the European crisis, the migrant crisis. And then countries like Germany, Sweden, France fell over Denmark because, oh, look at how unfair Denmark is. If refugees come to their country and they have wealth, they actually have to pay for their own survival. Funny enough, every citizen of Europe has to pay for its own survival. I mean, I have to work. I have to pay for my food, work for my food. Do I feel that we shouldn't help refugees? No, we should. But we shouldn't make them dependent. You're welcome to come here, work. Yeah, but I don't want to work. That's okay. You don't have to. Bye-bye. In this, Portugal is really a great country. Oh, you're a refugee? Well, you're welcome. Yeah, sure. No. You see that village up there? Yeah, the one with, let's say, 500 people living there. Well, I have a house there. You and your family can live there. Yeah, but there are no other refugees there. I know. But you can be. Oh, okay. But there's no big city close by. I know. But you could be there. Well, I need money. Well, I got a smidgen of an allowance. Yeah, but it's way too little, yeah? But it's all there is. Well, if that's the case, I'll go to Germany. Okay. Kind of proves that these people are not refugees now, doesn't it? The fact that they can shop around. There have been people reported to ask for immigration status in several European countries. And if they did not like the outcome, they move on. I'm sorry. That's not the behavior of a refugee. That's the behavior of a shopper. Oh, well, yeah, no, I've seen this TV at Media Market. But BQQ sells one cheaper. And I've heard that... No, that's shopping. Now, beggars can't be choosers. If you truly are a refugee, I really feel we should try everything to help you. I never understood how we let people into Greece or Italy when there's a problem in Syria. We should try to solve Syria first. Yeah, but Assad. No, the problem isn't Assad. The problem is the fighting. And all we needed to do was carve out a piece of land and basically protect that piece of land. People in that piece of land should be safe, provided for. And the rest of the country can do whatever it wants till one person survives. And it seems that Assad is that one. And then start rebuilding the country, which kind of is happening in Aleppo. But we didn't do that. We said, no, come on over. Germany opened the doors wide. Never mind the fact that Greece didn't, but now suddenly had to contend with an influx of refugees. Never mind that Italy didn't, but after the death of Gaddafi in Libya, they suddenly had to contend with a lot of refugees. I think it is time to reinstate the concept of Fort Europa. borders should be closed, and refugees can ask for asylum in their own country, and if we grant them asylum, come to us. Does that mean that we need to make safe enclaves in certain countries that are in problems, in trouble? Yeah, so we should do that. But we shouldn't bring them here. Especially considering that 90%, well, I can't really produce facts that it's 90%. So let's say 80% of all refugees coming to Europe are fighting age males. Where are the women? Where are the children? They're not coming. Why are they not coming? I mean, if these countries are so unsafe. I don't know, but for me, I would send my wife and my child away before I would go, wanting them safe, not myself. Anyway, this is a bit of a rant. Links downstairs to several articles that will somewhat prove my point. Criticism, as always, is more than welcome. I am looking forward to hear from you. If you disagree or if you agree, explain to me why it's not true. Because I say it's true, I can be wrong too. You might have that one bit of knowledge that I lacked. And I do want to learn. At the same time, I don't feel that the problem is foreigners. A lot of people might want to go there. I don't think that. I think the problem is cultural. And we need to protect both our culture and their culture. But by forcing them together, we are creating a recipe for disaster. And I cannot believe people think that that's an actual good idea. Anyway, as I was finishing up, I'll not start again. I hope to see you all next time.